Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Handmade by Ying with Donna. Today is November the 27th, 2023, and it's 7 o'clock p.m. Welcome to my channel, first and foremost. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the lion tonight. So let me mute my phone because I thought I had my volume down. The mister caught it really quick. And he's like, turn it down. So it's down. So let me do one more thing real quick. I'm going to drop my affiliate link into the chat. And I'm going to see if I can pin it, if it'll let me, and then we'll get this party started. So with all of that being said, I think I've got it pinned, and if not, that's okay too. My share sale link for legit kits is in the chat. Tonight at midnight is the last time that you're going to see this kind of a Black Friday sale. So with that being said, if you're still on the fence about wanting something from Legit Kits, they have a very, very generous sale going on. So make sure that you take a second and just go lurking, throw it in your buggy. And they've got numerous ways that you can pay at checkout. But click on that link, save my affiliate link. It means everything to me. Doesn't cost you a dime extra to use it. And all of the proceeds from my share sale for the duration of a while will be going for the my granddaughter Harper and her medical expenses. Let me talk to you about Harper really quick. Everybody's been asking and emailing and things for a quick update. So I'd like to do that now real quick before we get this video started. Harper is in rehab at the hospital. And we are prayerfully waiting on a response back. She has now been submitted to the insurance company for her heart transplant. So now all we have to do is wait. And that is the final hurdle that this child has to go through before she meets all of the needs and everything that she can qualify for her heart transplant. And it's going to give her the best chance of surviving all of this crazy that this child has had to endure. So if you're the praying type, please tonight, when you close your eyes and you go to sleep, say a quick little prayer for Harper that the insurance will approve this heart transplant. And it should never lay into the hands of the insurance company to meet the needs of anybody, not just my granddaughter. But we appreciate humbly all of the love and the outpour of support that everybody has given us for Harper. If you'd like to follow her journey, if you're not already, Harper Strong on Facebook is our granddaughter. You can follow along there. There is also on a few of my videos, as well as on the Harper Strong page, a GoFundMe if anybody would like to contribute that way, or you can do so here on the channel, and we offset that to the kids so that that'll meet their Ronald McDonald House and their living expenses while they're there taking care of Harper. So now let's get over to the chat, and I can welcome everyone here tonight. So Joe has already got me set up. This guy is on top of it today. I'm telling you, he's nailing it. Hello, Pat Boo, and welcome. Susie Gabbert, our lost soul. I'm telling you, she's been on the down low, but I think if I read some messages right today, she passed her test with flying colors. Yes. She's been in school and doing online classes and whatnot, and now we'll get her back a little bit more. Sorry, I got a little tickle. Let me see. I'm getting some tea. It's cold here in northern Kentucky. Listening to Christmas music before the live. I love Christmas. Pat is telling her hello, Janine, and all of my quilty friends. Let me see, where are we? I've welcomed everyone. Day is in the house. Looking forward to it tonight. Everyone's chatting. It's brick here in northern Kentucky, and heat is cranking. I bet it is. Just seeing the intro for Quiltmiss 23. It's going to be a blast. Make sure that you guys check that out. Joe and I did a short video today and pushed that out, giving you all of the juice, and we spilled the whole teapot today on Quiltmiss 2023. So if you haven't heard, It's going to happen. Slip over to our channel, check out that video, and start spreading the news, because we've got a phenomenal lineup, and all I can say is a lot of goodness awaits. So check the video, and it's going to be fun. That's all I got. It's been a lot of fun. We started planning back in August, late July, really. Fabric went out in August with the deadline of September for everybody to complete their missions. And the videos are up and waiting to roll out. There's only one little hitch. We've got Teresa Louise, who'll be doing hers live. Now, you can't beat that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. This year, we took a lot of the learns from last year and tweaked things a little bit. And you'll have to let me know in the wrap up what you think. Let me see. Lots to take out and now wanting to put back. Susie is decorating at her mother-in-law's home. Her and her husband love Christmas. I believe she's got multiple trees at her house. She shared a little video with us, and I'm telling you, she makes me want to come to Kentucky to enjoy it. Amazon's here. Be right back. Let me see. Melody, hello, hello. My mods are right on it. Debt-free quilter, hey, hey, baby. Debt-free is here. Let me see. Janine, sorry I ducked out. Her baby girl showed up for a quick hello. Brenda Foley's in the house. She is one of our channel supporters. Anytime that you do see anyone in green, they do help support the channel, and we greatly appreciate it. And our membership, we have dubbed them Just Squirreling. So she is one of our Just Squirreling girls, and we humbly appreciate her. That's more important, Janine. Let me see. Just watched a Quiltmiss video. So excited. And I'm a new subscriber to a few of those channels. It's going to be a blast. So you're going to have to watch the video to get all of the tea on every channel, and make sure that you do go check them out. You've got 3 good days to go lurking, seeing if they have the content that you want to see. I'm sure that you're going to find a lot there that's pleasing to the palates. It's great. Donna and Joe outdid themselves. That was one of the funnest videos we've done in a long time. And Joe's editing. I'm going, oh! It was just fun. I'll check it out later. Finally feeling better after a nap. Awesome. Janine, let me see. I'm just going down the chat really slow. There's my share sale link. If my mods can drop that periodically throughout the evening, I'd greatly appreciate it. Brenda, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Let me see. June Billings. Hello, everyone. Janine. Lily is in the house. Hello, howdy. Frank, hello. Good evening. Every time I get close to the bottom, I get that little hiccup in it. Let me see. Frank, I'm up here. Howdy. June Billings. Jen Reed. Hello. Donna and Joe, hope all is well. Absolutely. Debt-free quilter. Everybody's giving prayers. Linda Denton. Hello, everyone. Way to go, Jersey. Absolutely. Jersey is phenomenal. She's my prayer warrior. Pat Boo is telling everyone, hello, Stephanie Harris. Hello, Donna, Joe, mods, and friends. Christine, hi, Donna. I really liked your video. I rarely have a chance to watch you live. Thank you, Christine. And it means a lot. We're going to be doing some more of the videos and shooting them out in like a 10 or 15 minute segment of little breakdowns of what's coming along, what to expect, maybe a few little get this ready for this project. Let's do this kind of thing. So be on the lookout for those. And they are going to be coming out after the first of the year. We're going to segue a lot more into that as well. Let me see. Christine, my chat just keeps jumping, and it's me. Quilting Compound. Hello, hello. I'm so glad to see Beth and the colorblind quilter participating in Quiltmiss. I love their videos, and I can't wait to see what they do, as well as the rest. I'm telling you, it is going to be a blast. I think Mr. Joe might be due for a raise. He worked on that puppy for several hours. It took me like 10 minutes to do my segment. We did it, well, let's say 20 because we recorded it twice. I had lipstick shown on my teeth and I made him redo the whole video because I thought he could just go. Now we had to redo the whole video, but it made it funner the second time around. Joe is amazing at what he does, and we couldn't have the channel up and running the way it is without him. Then we have, let me see, Martha's in the house. Hello, Martha. Beth Goody Goods is in the house. Beth, girl, wait till you see what I've been up to, girl. That girl mailed me an amazing package, and I can't wait to talk about that in just a minute. I love Beth. Let me see. Martha, are you coming on? You'll have to let me know. You've got the link in the Lions group. Pat Strawhouse is in the house. Hey, Donna, Joe, and everyone joining you from, oh my, I can't do snow, Canada. I would be hunkered down for the whole winter. Just out of work. Good girl. Come on whenever you're home and able. Let me see. Linda Denton. We all miss Beth. She's just like our go-to. Very long day. Now I'm trying to get home. Hello, everyone. Just be safe. Be careful getting home. Kathy, hello and good evening. Brenda, hello, Donna, Joan, everyone. Kathy, hello, Dahlia. The guys worked way too much and had too much fun the other night. Absolutely. Joanne, good morning from Australia. Good morning, Joanne. Welcome, welcome. Miss you guys. Absolutely. Beth does. Eek, can't not wait. I'm going to listen on my way home. I won't be able to comment, but I got 2 great ears. That's okay. You can listen, but I don't want you texting. Not even at a stop sign. You know, things happen, they say, within that mile or two of home. So safety first. Memoirs of a Long Arm Quilter, our girl Sassy. Stephanie Harris is in the chat somewhere. I know I saw her. And she may be slipping on in just a little bit as well. She had a few things to take care of when I talked to her last. I appreciate you, Jill. I'm telling you, if that video that we did today doesn't bring a chuckle to you, we fell short of our game. So I'm sure it's going to please everyone. The controls are now off and passed to Joe. Yay. That's all I got. Yay. So anyway, tonight's project is the long end, but while I have Beth, I'm not sure how long I have her in the chat. Beth mailed me a fun project that she had tabled. I think she kind of got tired of me saying, come on, girl, when are you going to do this? Come on, girl, you got me hooked on this. Come on, babe. I know you can do this. So the other day, let me move this out the way. That way I could show you firsthand what I'm up to. I have all of my buggies set up. I call them my buggies, you know. So Beth sent me what I've been telling her. Hey girl, let's get this party started. You can do this. And I think she really got tired of hearing me say it. Ah! So I know you'll bring him to life. Beth, I'm telling you, I love him. I unpacked him and I have him into a new filing system. I've broke down all of my pieces of the Finch. We have got to name him together. That's the only hitch. Let me see. What's it she's saying? I know you'll bring him. How's the Finch? Day knows how I feel about this Finch. He is too stinking cute. Yep, blame Beth. She started all of this legit stuff, and she really did. For those of you that don't know my back history with FPP, let me tell you a little bit about it. Beth had me test. And when I say test, a little pattern for her, it was this little red dog she called Clifford. I'm telling you what, mine came out looking like after I sewed all of this paper to all of this fabric and all of these little parts. I took a picture and I said, Beth, he looks like he's been in a train wreck. What do I do now? And she goes, trust the process. Well, I trusted the process and I ended up with a adorable little doggy named Clifford. So Beth started this with the FPP. So Beth, first and foremost, and I honestly mean this in a good way, thank you, because I never, ever, without you, would have ever tried FPP because I like traditional piecing. When Beth was always on her channel, always FPP and FPP and FPP, and she signed up multiple times and finally got picked to do the Finch. Beth, correct me if I'm wrong. But shortly after the Finch was in the mail, I don't even think he had arrived at her home yet, she found out that she was expecting, and expecting in a good way. God blessed her with number 4. So she did her test blocks and he got put away for a little while. So every time I saw Beth online or I was just working another legit kit, because before I ever got involved with legit, I would message Beth, is that really hard? Man, that looks fun. And she was like, you got to try one, but do a 1 dot. Don't do a 2 or a 3. Well, I didn't know what she was talking about, so I ordered a 3. Yeah. So anyway, I tested for Mike and I did the car and I dearly fell in love. That was it. The story was wrote. And I love legit kit patterns. I love FPP, Violet Craft, you name it. If it's got FPP tied to it, I love the outcome. I love the points. I love the crisp. There's just not enough I could say about it. Now, I used to make fun of Beth about 11:30, 12 o'clock at night when she's sewing with her friend and she's doing her FPP and her friend's doing something else. And I'd say, you know, you're doing so much FPP, you're going to forget how to do traditional piecing. Well, the other day I went to do traditional piecing, and guess what? Those words come back to bite the girl in the tuchus. Because, yeah, the struggle was real with getting my 1/4 inch. So, Beth, I will never tease you about it again. I owe you an apology. Yep, blame Beth. She started the legit. Absolutely. Hey, y'all, please keep our friend Jane in our prayers. She's in the hospital. Now it's time to drive. Okay. Yes, Miss Jane is in the hospital. She's got pneumonia and some medical issues. I've been following along on her journey on her Facebook page. She's one of our subscribers as well. Please cover her in prayer. She's been sick for a little while. So let's do that. Beth goes, hi, you're welcome. Lily S. retracted. Prayers for Jane. You are a legit pro. God love you. You started this nightmare. It's a lot of studying under the master. Beth, you rock it, girl. Archie running around yet? He's going to be slipping over here and helping me get these seams done is what he's going to do. Not yet, but he's pulling up on everything. He's going to take off. I'm telling you. Go, Donna. Katie D. Crafts, hello. You're still talking me into it. I'm not kidding. If you want to try a legit kit, tonight's the night. I'm not pushing. I am just telling you. If you want it at a discounted rate, tonight's sale. It ends tonight, Black Friday. And you're going to get a lot of deals. Mike and the team outdid themselves, and the discounts are steep. You pick the pattern and you have a look, see if it's something you want to do. There is dots, as you can see here. When you're looking at a pattern for legit kit, if you see 1 dot, that would be like, let me be polite here, beginner. I like FPP. Give me a little challenge. This one here would be, you feel like a pro when you're done. So seriously, out of all joking aside, if you want a legit kit tonight, their sale ends. So make sure you do give it a check and see if there's something that you want. Beth, you would be proud to know that I have 6 blocks now done of the 16. And I'm telling you, what a cutie pie. I'm working on the lion. As you can see, I've got 6 more blocks up here on the lion to do. Then my goal is I do one of these and one of these, one of these, one of these. That way I'm just going to get the best of both worlds because I love both of them. And the goal would be that I can get this one at least pieced and off the design wall and over to the long arm before Christmas. This one here, I would love to have done for Christmas and just be able to show you how cute this little fella is in person. So I'm going to see how much I can get done. Joe keeps saying, girl, between Pittsburgh and Cumberland and appointments, let's see, don't push yourself. Well, if there's a way, we will get this little puppy done by Christmas. If not, maybe Valentine's Day. But he is set up, ready to go. So let me see here. Rebel's in the house. Hello, hello. Sheila's in the house. Hello, sweetheart, and welcome. As I said earlier, the ones in green are our channel supporters, and we're dubbing them the Just Saying Squirrels because that's what our paid membership came together and voted that their name would be Squirrels. So they're just squirreling. So that's what our group name is. Lily S. Sorry, my cat ran across the keyboard and I didn't think anyone needed to read what was wrote. That naughty little cat, I tell you. One of everything plus another one. LOL. Just woke up. Sorry I'm late. Hello, everyone. You got it. But there's time. You have lots going on. Absolutely. And it's going to be a blast. So I figure if I can get one block of this done, the goal is I've only got 10 more to go, right? So the goal is one of these a day. We'll see how it goes. And I just want to hold it up and say, look, Beth. Beth, look what's coming. Yeah, it's going to be pretty. So now that I've talked your leg off, I'll be able to show you here. I've got all of A row done. All of B row is done. All of E row, with the exception of the block that's here, it will be done tonight. F, G, and H are done. I've got 6 final blocks that I purposely left undone because when I look at the lion, everybody that I challenged, and when I say challenge it was, is going to do theirs with a twist. Easiest way to put it. So as you can see, the blocks that I've left out are right here. Let me see. I want to make sure. I want to go here and here. Are right here. Right here in the face here and right here in the face here. These 6 blocks. I really want to be able to showcase the eyes and the nose really good. And I'm changing my fabric. So it's going to be a blast to see once all of this comes together. Periodically throughout mine, up in here, I did add some batiks. I did stay true to all of the green in the background. And down here in the rock, some of the green I left and some I took out. Because I know this is a rock, but I wanted it to be able to be a little bit more of a rocky look. So we're just going to have to wait and see. We will wrap this up on January the 8th on my channel. Everybody, regardless of whether they're done piecing or not, is going to come back together and show you where they're at. The goal would be we're all done. If not, they'll wrap it up on their channels. And if they're my moderators doing it, then they'll be slipping back in with me from time to time until it's finished in its entirety. And I mean pieced. They're going to do their own quilting however they want. And I'm really curious as to how everyone's going to be doing their quilting, whether it's going to be like the matchstick quilting all the way across, if they're going to send it to Beth or Stephanie. I'm curious as to how these are going to play out in the end. And it's just going to be fun. Hello, Gladys, and welcome. let me see here. Did everyone order Hazy Hills on Black Friday? Yep. Hazy Hills is in the mail and it's coming my way. Absolute. And if you have never done FPP and you're on the fence, Hazy Hills is a pattern that is on the website until tonight only. It's going to go away. That is one that Cranky Kangaroo has utilized teaching at the retreats that she hosts. So you're going to want to make sure that you do check that. I will be doing that here on my channel, or I might hold it till my quilt retreat and give everybody that comes to the retreat a block, and then we'll put all the names in a hat and let the winner take it home. I just think everybody needs to try just one block. If you do just one block, you're going to love FPP. You're going to love the way it lays flat, the consistency. If you're ironing everything flat, if you're using your acorn pin, if you're measuring right, you don't have to worry about legit kit not giving you enough fabric, because trust me, they give you more than enough every step of the way. So with all of that chitter chatter now, I'll get Joe to come down to the table and I'll show you where I'm at. I'm on block E5 right now. Got some squares in my mail for helpers. Okay. All right. This is where we're at tonight. Anytime that you do a legit kit, you have your assembly guide. You can try to do it without your assembly guide, but I highly recommend that you do use it. Honestly, I go through my assembly guide and I mark off anything that I can do in a set of 2 right away, and I knock those out. That's where I'm going to start with mine. This particular block has 19 pieces to it, so it's going to take a little while, and it'll probably take the rest of the live to get this guy all put together, but it's going to be cool. So you always want to follow your assembly guide. I make sure that I'm marking off. I use always a pink highlighter. And as I'm coming down the list of it, I just put the little mark and then I know it's done. I pull the paper and we streamline and go straight away. Let me see. Woohoo. Yes. Oh my gosh, the fox is amazing. Becca says, I got Hazy Hills. I think it's only 4 blocks. No, I don't think so. Nope. What did you make, Rebel Dogs? Is Hazy Hills a legit kit? Yes, Susie, it is, and it is on a steep sale tonight. So if you guys would like to do Hazy Hills, please run over, use my affiliate link, and grab it. It's one you're going to love. It is beautiful. I could try to pull it up here, but I'm not going to do it justice. Just go over to their site. You're going to see their sale and have a look-see. It's beautiful. And it's one, like I said, it is quite an easy sew. You could probably do it in a weekend sew. It's just going to come together so beautiful. It's got all the colors that this girl loves, all the different shades of blue, the mountains. It's just pretty. Oh, let me see what it is. Go check it out. So I'm going to get to sewing. And what I do is pin on both ends right here. And I always find my markings. So I'm just going to go ahead and zip these right in real quick. And then I'll sit and press and chat a bit. And stay true to your 1/4 inch. Like I said, I get spoiled, so that 1/4 inch line right there. These are also marked. And anytime you want to do bulk sewing, just go ahead and do it. It's not going to hurt a thing. Just make sure that you've got everything lined up. If you're interested in any information about the 12 days of Quiltmiss, that video did break today. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Please go watch it. It'll give you all of the information that you would like to see in it. You see, this one's pinned, this one. You want to make sure that your pins are facing exactly where your sew line is so that you do not mess it up. No one likes a date with Jack when you're using a really tight stitch length. And I just go ahead and bulk sew per se. And as you can see, they're all hooked together, but that's okay. We're going to snip these puppies apart. Then I'll have paper picking party. After I check all of my seams to make sure that everything is lined up, then I'll cut the little ears off along the way. So this is lined up, as you can see. We're going to look here and look here. And as long as you have these lines, regardless of which way you fold that paper, you got this. So let me look at the chat real quick. Hazy Hills is a kit with fabric. Yes, it's only 50 by 22 or something with all three of them. I thought it was a little bit bigger than that. They might have downed it. I have to step away for a little bit, be back around 8:20. If you're still on, I will come on and join you. Okay, sweetheart, you take your time. Let me see. Beth, I just got the Hazy Hills. I'm telling you, it's very beginner friendly, and it's going to let you know if you like FPP. It's going to make an adorable wall hanging, and it's just stinking cute. There's no other way of putting it. It's cute. So as I pick all of these out, I'm always going to check and make sure that everything is lining up and my seams are matching. And then I'll just sit here and pick paper and chat with you. I just read your post about Harper's transplant, sending tons of love and warm vibes and prayers. Grandma D, thank you. Good idea, Rebel. Found some cute fabrics with birds and sayings. Oh, that's so cool. So how many of you in the chat are going to be watching our crazy 12 days of Quiltmiss? It's funny how much work goes into something like that, but it's going to be a blast to see. I'll be in the chats of all of the premieres, whether I'm local or whether I'm in Pittsburgh. It's just going to be fun to see what everybody's thinking about. What about being a 3-dot? A 3-dot would be challenging. The lion, I don't have my pattern in front of me. I think it's a 3-dot or 2-dot. The Finch, Little Hooter, they are 3-dot. It just means that there's more small pieces and you're going to have to be really careful when you're sewing them, but it's not, I don't find it hard. I really just do not find it hard. This is, I love FPP. Any block that's FPP, I'm in. I don't think FPP is too hard for anyone, but I think everyone has their own passion for the way that they want to quilt. Pass on Lazy Hills, Hazy Hills. Okay, got it. You can do a quilting compound. I'm gonna try it. Try to stay awake. Got it. And then where you have a lot of seams that line up, now would be the time to go ahead and whack them into submission. And this coming week, Joe and I are going to try to find a way that I can get my ironing up here to where you'd be able to see what I'm doing. So we'll figure out something, he says. So I'm just going to lay these aside while I'm sewing these and pressing these and picking paper, all of the goodness. And they lay quite flat. And if you've got a bump in one, I don't want to run across it on the long arm because you're going to hear that foot and it's going to make you wiggle if you're trying to do the matchstick quilting. So I like to just go ahead and tap it. If it's got a seam, I want to make sure that I've got it to where it's going to lay really flat. So that, I think it's all your personal preference. And over the next few weeks, you're going to see a lot of goodness coming out on all of the channels that took this challenge. I know Becca's been working on hers. I know Martha has a lot of tea she's going to be spilling over there. Stephanie is just busting it out, I'm telling you. Then we've got Miss Janine, who is also in the middle of doing the lion. She's making her daughter a quilt coat. How cool is that? So there's always goodness to be had. Paper piecing used to be my jam back in the old days. I don't know what it is, whether it's the consistency, the way it lay, I don't know. But I'm telling you right now, I dearly love FPP. When I first started sewing on paper, my husband probably, I'm not kidding when I say this, what in the world are you doing? So he went out and got me a regular toner printer so that I wasn't using up all of the good stuff. I have the Hazy Hills in my cart. It's on my fence. The cheapest delivery rate to Ontario is 50. Oh man, Pat. If you see some, I'll send you a PM after the live. I hate to see you pay that, and I'm going to see you in June. Sheila Fudge, legit kits are so much easier than the other paper piece. I love the consistency of the FPP with legit. I just do. It's all your blocks are the same size. The Violet Craft, I dearly love her patterns too, and I'm not going to sit here and say I don't. I love all forms of animals and things like that. It's just a blast. But I like the legit kit. If I had to choose out of Judy Niemeyer, Violet Craft, any of the other, Carol Doak, I would choose legit kit strictly because I love the consistency of the block size. That to me is the selling factor for me alone. I'm not sure about anybody else. LOL, found a new submission tool. Yeah, so did I. I beat it into submission. I borrowed my husband's. He did it into a little hammer that he keeps up here for when I need him to hang something. Jane Reed, yes, I'll check out the shorts of Quiltmiss just to see what's up. I enjoyed them last year for sure. So here where you've got your little dog ears, now's the perfect time to go ahead and just give them a trim. They serve no purpose. You know your block's right because you've checked it prior to putting it together. So anywhere you have this little bit of extra paper or little bits of string, you know you're not going to need them. Go ahead and just give it a trim. Get rid of them because they're just going to be extra bulk that you do not need. Give me just a second. And as you can see, I have quite a nice little stack of paper here, and this is just out of the seams. So I'll put that in my scrap bucket. So now that I've got my block all jacked up, I'm going to lay it all back out again, and now I'm going to go to the next few steps and see what I need to do next. So let me see. 2-pound rubber mallet, that would work. Well, April will be doing her newscast during the Quiltmiss. She had me laughing. You just got to wait and see. I can't spill all the tea, you know? I have a rubber mallet as well, Frank. Yes, I'm still battling a migraine. I want to sew, but I don't think my eyes can handle the light watching the live stream in the dark. Oh, Beck. Girl, hate that migraine for you, baby. Feel better. So anyway, I went down my checklist. Feel better. Does anyone have the link for Donna's file folder cart? I do, and I'll drop it for you myself. The girls can't seem to get the link to drop. So if you give me just a second, I'll drop the link for you. I promised them that I would have these links up for them today, and I honestly neglected and did not. So let me do it. I love this filing system. It is the bomb. Let me click there. And thank you for asking. Because I tell you, it really is nice. I love it. There you go. So let me see where did I let off? Sorry, said Becca, feel better, Becca, feel better. Does anyone drop the link? That's the direct link to the cart. You can also keep my Amazon link, and anytime that you're shopping Amazon for the Black Fridays and all the sales, feel free to go ahead and use it as well. It doesn't cost you anything else and gives us a little bit of an extra little bit each and every month that we're going to be setting back for Harp. Thanks. I have a new legit convert that needs some organization. It's okay. You'll love it. I'm telling you. Just make sure that when you get your file folders, there's so many ways to do them. Let me grab it like this. This is just the way that I've opted to do the Finch because I didn't have the color tabs. So the plastic tab that they have, I just took the fabric label and put on the tab because this is a temporary one. These files will not stay into the filing system that I have. I just wanted to keep all of the fabric separate. My normal would be like this. Hold on. My normal is like this. It's color coded. This is the tab that comes with your fabric, and it's always going to stay with everything. And let me open this up. This is the brick from the lion. This is the brick from the muscle. And this might be muscle too. But as you can see, it doesn't matter what kit. All of them are staying in this same because their filing coding system is always the same. So when I tell you there's always extra fabric, trust me on this. You're going to have more than enough. And when you file it, you've already pressed it, starched it, put it back. So you're going to have that consistency along the way. So the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to come down my list. And I've got A to B, E to F, D to E to F. So now I have to look for my D, and it's going to come down here. And all you do is put them bellies together and give them the pin. And I will talk to you every step of the way because just to get this one done tonight is going to be phenomenal. I've been a little lax today and working, so it's going to be fun to just sit here and get one more done. And even though it looks like it's close enough, I don't go with close enough. I want it to be right because I definitely would rather sit here and move this dot just a little bit more to get it in exactly where it needs to go. Not that I don't like my seam ripper, I prefer to let it rest. Someone sent me a text. I have a 1.8 stitch length. It's my go-to preference. So I'm going to lay this down and make sure everything is lining up just the way it needs to. I will also flip it over, and as you can see, my points are lining up exactly as they should. So I'll go ahead and pop this off. And just keep going down the seam. You'll do this each and every step of the way. As mundane as it seems, you're going to be thankful when you did. Your block will come in square. At the very end, we'll square it off and see where we land. So let me ask this. Out of the Quiltmiss, since it's so close, let me ask you this. What are you most looking for this year with Quiltmiss? It's going to be fun. Going to be fun. So you'll spend about 15 minutes each night looking at all of these videos and all of this goodness. But which channel out of all those that are involved are you looking most forward to? I tell you what, I've got 3 tops and it's going to be fun. Janine says all the fun videos. Everybody that I've talked to and the little sneak peeks, I'm telling you, it's going to be, I can't say enough. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be hysterical just to see what everybody's doing and what everybody's come up with. So we lay that aside and I'm going to mark it off. I want to make sure that I know that is done. My DEF to my G comes next. So now I'm going to bring this one up, fold it in on itself. And like I said, there is 19 pieces to this one block. And there's going to be blocks where you've got a lot of little pieces and it's really important that you work slowly. It's not a race. And just pin the snot out of it. I just want to see the creativity of each that comes up with it. It's going to be fun. All right, baby. Teresa Louise is going to knock it out. Absolutely. She is an artist by all rights. If you can keep her in your prayers, she had a little mishap today. And she'll talk about that over on her channel, but deer versus her truck and deer lost. So just keep her in your thoughts. Let me see. My first Quiltmiss, can't wait. It's going to be a blast. I wonder if April Story will be reporting again. I heard somewhere that there was a little itty bitty mouse going to be breaking the news. You have to wait and see. I really can't wait. So we're going to line these up. And even though this is a funny looking duck here, you're just going to make sure that all of your seams line up in their entirety. I cannot wait to see what Talker does. Teresa has not been having good luck lately. No, it's like the planets are not in alignment. But we're going to keep praying for her that things are going to turn around and look up. I believe she was going to an appointment and some silly reindeer just took off and bumped her front bumper pretty hard. That April is an excellent reporter. I know. We ought to do this. If anybody can do it, Becca can. Drop April's email in the chat. We'll all email her and say, is April reporting this year? Yeah, that would be hysterical. She is one classy lady. So I'll cut the dog ear off there. And I hate that Beck's got a migraine. Gotta find my tweezers. Under my snips. I don't like to leave any paper left behind. So just run your finger down the seam and give it as much heat love as you can. Then you're going to do like normal, shake and shake. Sewing all day, time for a rest. I understand, Miss Pat. Squirrel, $3 at the flea market. Hello to my new friends on this channel. Hello, hello, hello. It's always a pleasure to meet and make new friends. April. Yep. Thanks, back. Joe's not in the room and I couldn't do it. I know you're not feeling good. I hate that. Okay, we've got that section. So we'll mark that off. And it's really important as you're going down your steps that you do highlight and mark off whatever you do, because it's just going to help keep you consistent and joining your parts. The next part I have is H and J. I'm going to join to K. And you just work it in whatever order makes sense for you. I like to follow the legit instructions. They make sense to me, and I just like it. I got my muscle kit today. So excited. Question: do you usually get the magnet with the kit, or should I have ordered it separate? No, all magnets should come with all kits. If you have been shortchanged and did not get a magnet, I highly recommend that you email Loretta at legitkits.com and let her know that you did not get your magnet, because that is part of the kit. That is your memento to keep for the duration of infinity. And a lot of people use them as like little trophies along the way. I know I keep all of mine. I did give one away, and I meant to email and say, hey, I could not pass up sending this to a customer that needed it. Let me see. April is in my neck of the woods. I see her at our Busy Lady Quilt Shop. We seen Krista Moser. Oh, absolutely. Yep. I didn't realize. I forgot about that. Yes, she is in your neck of the woods. That is too funny. I keep forgetting how far up in there you are. So we're going to snippy. And then we're just going to press this seam nice and tidy. And honestly, it seems like it's taken forever to do this block for you. But honestly, slow and steady is the way you want to do it. You don't want to fly through it, and then you're going to have a mess. And you don't want to do that. So the next one is going to be L. And we're just going to keep building this section along the way. I was at Busy Lady's shop too when Krista was there. That is so cool. I had no clue. Get this pinned right there. And we're just going to slide it up. I'm going to mark it so it stays in place. And as you can see, sometimes if it's a little piece here, your fabric will shift, but you're going to think you're sewing on the paper. Make sure that when you pin it, you're checking to make sure that it stays right there. I would not want to sew just on paper and not get that in. I would be a fussy fool. So I'm going to open this up and make sure that you're keeping your line straight right here. As long as you can fold your paper both ways and you're getting that consistency, your block is going to come into alignment. And like I've said a million times over, keep yourself a little pair of tweezers, because a lot of times when you're crossing these seams, you're not going to be able to get down in there very easy. If you get these extra little tidbits of paper out now, it's going to help you in the end. Trying to remember the other lady. I did that. I did this one pattern and I dearly loved it. It was traditional piecing. It was the koalas. Can't remember the lady's name. If you have never done one of her patterns, let me give it a thought here for a second. Becca's working on the pandas now, her and Sean. Can't remember. I drew a blank as soon as I said it. Anyway, I dearly love those patterns, and I cut it all out too. And it makes that one a fun one. Want to sit and chat with y'all, but grandson soccer practice. Melody, I get it, honey. Elizabeth Hartman. I drew a blank. I knew it was Elizabeth, but I was not drawing the name in. Dearly love those patterns. It takes a little bit of time, and I like the way that Becca's doing it is too, where it was different than what I did. I did one koala at a time. She's doing like all of the eyes, then she's doing all of the face for all of them at once. I think that's brilliant. So now I'm going to take my eye and join this one. Yeah, if I would have thought about that, that would have been phenomenal to do it that way. We'll be listening. I'm going to watch Rudolph. It's the beginning day. You go ahead and tune out. You go watch your Christmas. I love Rudolph too. And I am a little slower today than I should be doing this, but I'm really focused on chatting with you guys and sewing this. So take and give yourself a break day. You've been busy all day. And like I said, just keep them pinned, so slow. And before you know it, your block will be together. And every time you join something, I highly recommend you check it to make sure it's lining up. You don't want to wait until you're at the end of the block and find out it's all messed up and it's not what you wanted it to be. Then you're going to be going back in trying to fix it. And where these seams are, you're going to be picking this out. So I just like to keep my tweezers there and get it now versus later. Because when I'm pulling all of this paper out, it just makes sense to me to get it now. Sorry about that. I shouldn't have dead air. I need to look down. Jay's going, Leanne, would you show us, wait a minute, would you show how you see if it lined up and what piece you're pulling off? Now, just curious, I'm going to start mine later this week. Absolutely. The very next piece that I do, I'll walk you through it and how I'm doing it. And I'll have Joe zoom really in on my hands and what I'm doing. I can't believe I'm awake. Normally, I'm asleep in a couple hours. Brenda. So I always, every step, trim these little tidbits off. So let me see which piece I'm going to join next. And I'm just going down my checklist. So I'm going to take my D to my G. So I want to find my D. Everything. DG. Let me see. DGF. And I'm going to build this section. So I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to lay it like this. Okay, baby. I am. And then all you're going to do is here at the corner, right here, you're going to stick a pin through. And then what I like to do is get the pin to line up all the way through the other side in the corner. I'm going to pull it around and line it up. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other end. But I'm going to turn it around this way because this piece is pieced and it's together at the corner. So I just want to make sure that I'm going straight through to the other side. And it is. And then if you want to be really careful, I do clips sometimes, and I just line them up like that. If your fabric and everything lays flat, then you're good. Handmade by Donna Leah has a question. What's the question? I'm doing it now. Would you show how you see it lined up? That's what I'm doing now, Julie. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Because I don't want to miss something. And I have the delay. I don't want to miss a question, Julie. I think it's the delay. No, okay. All right. Then you're just going to line it up. You're going to pull your pin. You're going to stay true to your 1/4 of an inch. Pull your clip out. Make sure that your paper does not slip. And then now I've got it here. So what you're going to do is open it up and you're going to flip it over. My point I see lines up here really good. I see my point lines up here. Excellent. So what I do next is I get this as flat as possible. And where these lines here are, you're going to come down this paper. If it lines up there and it lines up here where I've joined, I know I'm golden. You see how this lines up? And this lines up. That's what I'm talking about is your key points. You want to make sure that as you're joining your pieces, those lines stay as straight as possible. And then all we're going to do is pick the paper out, flip it over, and repeat the process. And just keep picking your paper. Come down in here. And then all you're going to do is fold it open and you're going to press your seam open. You're going to press it flat. Got 2 little pieces of paper here I missed. And I do not want them in at all. So I'm making sure that I get those out now. To bring it back over under the light. This little bit right here. Gonna come along. Use your fingernails and open this seam. Finger press it down all the way. I know I'm going to have 2 places where I have a little bit of bulk. So before I even press it, I'm just going to tap it. That way I'm sure it's flat. Get my best press. My acorn pin. Oh, I see it now. The shaded lines are helpful. Thank you for showing me a close-up. You're welcome. I want to get my first kit, and picking a beginner is not easy as I had thought. Honestly, Hazy Hills would be a good beginner. Sail Away would be a good beginner. Let me see. That would be my 2 go-tos for like beginner. Oh no, Janine lost a bobbin chicken. Is that a little hammer? Yes, it is. Yep. I tap my seams where there's bulk and I beat them. I always say beat them into submission, but anywhere that I have bulk, and I'm showing you here, there's a little seam here and there's multiple seams here. I love my blocks to lay really flat. So wherever there's a junction and I can feel a little bit of bulk, I know when I'm going over this with my long arm, it's going to go thud, and I don't want that. So I choose to use a hammer or a rubber mallet, whatever I've got handy at the moment, and beat it into submission. I like it good and flat. And I think you're going to find that along the way with a lot of us. So I'm going to take I want to make sure I'm joining these right. And these are going to join together. And let me see. B, C, C, where are you? B, D, and L. I want to make sure that I'm getting this lined up because I've got a kerfuffle outside of my house. The dogs are driving the dogs nuts inside. Is that a steam generator iron behind you? Yes, it is. I use this on my big projects and I dearly love it. So give me just a second. The next step is going to be here. Now that they've taken the dogs in next door, my dogs have settled down, and I'm not sure if you could hear that. LOL, thanks, Sheila. It happens, right? Yep. I think everybody needs a little hammer or a rubber mallet in their sewing room. Sing it with me, Michael Jackson. Beat it. Just beat it. Absolutely, Janine. And as long as you're getting everything to line up nice and tidy, you're golden. Like I said, there's 19 pieces in this one block. So you need to really pay attention and go really slow when you're joining it all together. Because you didn't put all of that work into it for it not to line up. And honestly, if I wasn't sitting here gabbing, I'd already had it done. But I like to show you what I'm doing. And we're going to have this puppy done. The goal for me, for my lion, would be maybe not this week, but sometime next week. I would love to have it all of the pieces built. And then the following week, have them all into their quadrants. Then have a paper picking party. Then get it on the long arm. Because I would really, 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 really like to have mine long armed when we showcase these as being done. So that we could see beginning to end along the way. This one, I will be doing my own quilting. I've already picked out the design that I choose to do. And it's just going to be fun. And it's not going to be meandering, I can tell you that. This one's going to have a lot of love put into it, and it's going to take me a hot minute. What do you do if you need to jack? You take your time and do it just like you would any other project. Make sure that you're not ripping your paper apart, Lily. And if you do, you make sure that you use seam guide tape or washi tape, and it will help you. All you got to do is put the tape on the back end of it and make sure that you can keep your lines straight. I think everybody that's ever FPP'd before has had to have dates with Jack, and I'm no different. I honestly do as well. I can't tell you how many times I've had to pull a seam apart because it was close, but not close enough, or it was way off. And I was like, holy goodness, my paper slipped, or I didn't have it lined up. So I'm finding slower is better. It's not a race. And taking my time, I can get things lined up quite nicely. And it's kind of neat to show you the way that these do come together from beginning to end in one sitting. And when this is opened up, as you can see, this all lines up. So I'm going to take this little piece that's snipping off there because it has no purpose. And then I'm just going to finger press this back. I have seen so many different creators do this so many different ways. So my way is not always the right way. It's just the way that I am doing it. It's the way that I learned to do it, and it works. And I just love the way of the consistency of it. And I have a wee little tiny piece of paper in this one. And now that I can see it, it's got to come out. So this will come up here on this end. Loving the way a good plan comes together. And it's kind of like putting a puzzle together, if you really want to think about it that way. That I never could have done again on a bet, straight in. And there. Nope. That is not the way that needs to line up, because it was shown over here too much. Do this one. Let me see. What do you do if you need a jack? Absolutely same here. I had several dates with Jack the other day while working on the lion. Absolutely. Every question you guys have, now's the time, because I'm here and I'll help you any step of the way. It is not for the faint of heart. When you have a date with Jack, pour yourself a good cup of coffee if you must. And just go slow. You don't want to tear up your pretty fabric. So we will open this up and it lines up, and I'll fold it back and it lines up there. So we'll go ahead and open it up and do the same thing. And I bet you get tired of hearing the same thing, but this puppy is coming together. Slow and steady, I tell you, slow and steady. I have talked to almost everybody involved in this project, and so far I can say I haven't heard a lot of complaints. Everybody's enjoying the way theirs is coming out and how it's looking. I love Becca's Night Sky. Shelly is doing a midday kind of look to hers. Let me see. Like Shelly, Becca, Martha's is going to be 100% scrappy with a lot of purple, and it's going to be so stinking pretty. We've got Danielle, I believe, Donnell. She is doing Michigan colors. We've got Miss Janine. She's doing the mix of the colors of batiks and solids. So that's going to be fun. Then we've got Day, who was working on Christmas presents, and then she's going to be getting busy getting hers started off. So that's going to be fun. And then we've got Miss Sassy Girl. And I believe she's got the kits. So she'll be popping in if I'm still live when she gets back from what she needed to handle. And she'll slip on for a moment or two. And you need to really clip if you've got a lot of bulk. And right here, I do have a lot of bulk. So that just happens to be where it's going to start. And you'll hear it thud a little bit. And that's okay. Let me see. Night, everyone. Have a great week. See you on Friday. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. Ring the bell notifications for when Donna goes live. Thank you, Day. You enjoy Rudolph, girl. You've had a busy day. Yes, Detroit Lions. I couldn't remember. night, day. Sleep well. So I've got that all popped in. Now we're gonna get it flat. We're on the home stretch now, only 5 more pieces, right? But I could say it's 5 more pieces that I didn't have done. Acorn juice. Like I said, I love my seams flat. I will also beat this one into submission because it's got a lot of bulk. And then I'll put the heat on it. So now we're up to here. I'm going to join this one here. And we're just going to keep building. And we're almost to the hem stretch. So we'll open it up, make sure everything does line up. And it does. And we'll pop this paper. I've really enjoyed watching during your last few lives. I feel like I can confidently get started on my iris and my muscle. I appreciate your instructions. With the muscle, I did a video, what do you call it? Like a video library every step of the way for the muscle card. So if at any time you feel like you're stuck on a block, Joe has put together a video for each and every block. So all you'll need to do is seriously just click on the video for the muscle for whatever block number it is. And it'll walk you through step by step, beginning to end. Now the iris, I'm not sure when Joe's got us set for those videos, but I'm just doing openings and talking you through key points. But I am here if you need some help. I'll help you any way that I can. I saw that library and I'm going to follow along with them as I go. You're a great teacher. I give my best, but thank you. I had a lot of great mentors. Becca was one of them, Teresa Louise. Um, you sit back, you learn. And I'm thankful for them. And then I'll join this piece. See how nice this is coming together? We're going to have a block here tonight. I promise. And you're just going to keep this every single step. And I will say it a zillion times to you. And here in just a couple minutes, I'll get Joe. I should have told him I might have to wait till Friday. I forgot to tell you I need to do that ruler giveaway. Do you want to do that tonight or you want to save it for Friday? Where he wants to save that for Friday. So join us Friday night and I will be giving away a legit kit ruler. So if you're doing a legit kit, you're going to want to tune in. We go live at 9:30. And I don't know what time he's going to do the giveaway. And but it'll be a fun one. And then still trim off your dog ears along the way. because, like I said, less bulk and they serve no purpose. Finger press it down. And this is one of the reasons I have nails, so I don't burn my fingers off. I'll heat it up. Then I will whack the seams where there's some bulk, because I just, like I said, I like mine flat. Heat it up again, and then we'll join these two pieces. They look so complicated, but when you break it down into each block, you make it look so easy. I ordered that ruler and I thought it would be very helpful. It will be very, very helpful. And the girls tease me all of the time because I say, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. How do you do a legit kit? One bite at a time. You know, you just take your time, you go slow and steady. And if you think you can do it all in a day, you can't. And you're not spending this kind of money on a kit to blow it out in a day. You want to be able to enjoy the process, see your work as you evolve, as it's coming along. It's all about the journey. It's not about the race. So I've got those lined up. Now this is going to be, I've got these points here that I really need to focus on lining up. So what I'll do is pull back here. Right here's one, and I'm going to pull my paper, and right here's the other one. You can choose to clip them, or you can choose to pin them. And then I'm going to do it that way, just like that. Bring it over, pull your pin, and line it up. And just go really slow. When you come to these parts here, where you're going over, it feels like a lot of bulk. Just press it down with your finger, because you don't want those seams to be standing up at all. You want them to go flat. Making sure everything lines up. As you can see right here, everything is lined up in its entirety. I will pull all of this paper out and just keep pulling. Let me see. Do you plan to free motion? I will put mine on the long arm, and I have two different ideas. I've taken a picture of the lion the way Legit Kit has it, because I only needed the outline, and I am fooling with ideas of ruler work every step of the way. So that's why I'm rushing, per se, because I want to be able to show you guys some ruler work on mine as I'm working it, talking through some points that might be of interest to you. And Joe had the camera angles set up so that you're going to be able to see, and I'll be able to point out a few things along the way. And it's just, this, I can honestly say, has been fun. I'll be glad to get my eyes done. I've heard from a couple of the ladies that the eyes, the blocks that have the eyes in them, take a little bit of time. So when you get to those blocks, if you're doing the lion, take your time. If it takes you 2 or 3 days for that block, you take your time. Because in the end, it's your quilt done your way, and you want it to be just right. So I'm gonna have an awful lot of seams right here. So you will hear me really beating this puppy into submission. But I gotta heat it up first. It'll make it lay so much nicer. It says heat it up to beat it up. So I'm finger pressing it now. And when you see all of these lines, you're going to be like, holy goodness. But I'm just letting the heat sit on it for just a moment. Moving these up here out of my way so that I don't throw those away. They're my favorite ones. And like with any project, we always clean up our mess along the way, right? We don't want to leave it laying. So now I'm going to get this little tiny seam. And then acorn juice. Acorn it all the way across. The flatter it lays, the better. And when I tell you that, I'm not kidding. It really makes a difference in your block. $19 pieces. That's very exciting. I do not have a computerized long arm, so I am used to free motioning and roller quilting. I used to use those skills when I long armed my creations. I don't have a computerized either. Everything I do is either free motion or the ruler work. Sometimes I'll pull a pantograph, but there's the block finished in its entirety for this evening. It's all squared up and it will fit this hole in its entirety. So let me line this up, make sure that I've got one little tidbit that needs to be trimmed. So let me get this puppy over here. Let me double check myself. Yes, I have one little bit. I should have done it before. Line it up. Line it up right there. And I will shave this little corner here and there. And then I know that I am square. Come down this side just to make sure. And there and there. So now my block is totally square. And I can now put this into slots 5. That board is looking good, I'm telling you. Whoa. Okay, let me close that up. Put all of my instruments out of my way. And there. Janine, wow, looks awesome. 6 more blocks to go. It's hard to believe. Hard to believe, I'm telling you. So, with all of that being said, I'm going to wrap this up tonight. And thank you guys for joining me. Humbly appreciate it. I'll see you back here again on Friday night. You guys, everyone, take care. God bless. Have a fabulous evening. And don't forget, spread the word. Quiltmiss 23. Yep, December 1st. Teresa Louise. Bye, guys. Take care.